Alright, now we're to the fun part of the Explorer train by Lego City. This is set number 60470. Contains 1,517 pieces, retails for $209.99, and this set was provided by the Lego Group for review. Thank you, Lego. And yeah, we got all the track and accessories done. Now we got to build the actual train. So here we got the engine, which covers bags 8 and 9. It's like some sort of laboratory car for 10, and 11 is a flatbed, which I'm assuming goes for the snowmobile that fits on there, that we've already built in a previous installment. Well, just so happens we're going to be doing bags 8 and 9. And the build's been keeping my interest and stuff, which is pretty cool. So, that having been said, there's a lot of stuff that we're going to have to do to prepare for this, in addition to bags 8 and 9. I'm going to set 9 over here. Let's begin! Let's build it! And yeah, this is what we're going to be looking forward to. So you got to get 1 screwdriver and 10 AAA batteries. I kid you not. You're going to need a lot of stuff for this. So before we can even crack the bag open, this is more like a cell preparation. So we got to take these all apart. And I got to get a screwdriver out of here. You need a Phillips to get this apart. First I got to get into the container that I keep locking up. Alright, and make sure you get the right one that fits. I went through mine several tries just to do it. You don't want to strip your screws out. This one looks like it's about right. Just a small one. Okay, you don't need a big giant one that you use for wood screws. And we need to populate everything in here. Okay, and we need to get these out of here. And I wish they'd have used AAAs. I don't know why they didn't. Okay, let's pop that open there. So yeah, yeah, I got a bunch of them here. And it's these cheapo off-brand batteries, but you know, that's how it goes. You just need to get a bunch of these. We're going to prepare this all now. And I'm not sure how this is all going to work. Now, when you're done using this stuff, take the batteries out. You don't want your batteries exploding in these things. Okay, so alright, making sure. Sometimes they have you like switch something in these things, but this one doesn't. And this is just screwed into plastic. Don't take that screw out too many times, because then you'll strip it. Then you'll just be forced to duct tape the bottom of it. Here's a trick. I learned this back in electrical school. When you put your screw back in, turn your screwdriver as if you're unscrewing it. When you feel it click, then you turn it, so you don't strip out your hole. Okay, so that's one way of doing that there. I'm just going to tighten that up. Not too tight, I don't need to be stripping that out. And there you go. Okay, so, yeah. Oh. Well, we obviously know something's working, huh? It's still flashing, so we don't know. Well, now we got to put batteries in the battery box now. So this one's just going to be a preparation or something. Or cell install or something. Keep it more formal. And yeah, it's not just 3. You got to pull that whole thing out. Okay. Hey, I cover everything. I don't just cover just part of the build. I cover it all. I mean, that's why I call these complete build installs. We're building the set. I'm not just speeding through this for you. And so yeah, you want to put that middle one in first. There we go. It's nice to have the place to myself. Really nice. So now I'm just trying to get this all done here. There we go. Alright, we don't need that. Okay, we want to match these up right there. Sure, it's only keyed one way, but still. I have a power box, but it's for the old power functions, so it will not work with this. But if you have the old power functions, you could still use it. It's just these are not compatible. Okay. You think there'd be a sensor to this, but there's something that plugs in there. Alright, does that light up? Okay, well, we know that works. And now, once you get the batteries here, now you got to press both green buttons in here. So I guess these are Bluetooth. I think that's what we're supposed to do here. Oh, okay, hold the buttons down until they both turn green like I just did there. Okay, so now they're both working. What if I turn that off? Alright, so they're green. Okay, well how do you turn them off then? Oh, you just press them again. Huh. What else we got to do here? Let's see. Oh, and if it flashes yellow, it means the batteries are dead. And yeah, it doesn't really say. So I guess you hold the buttons again to turn them off. I guess that's what you do here. So it's not like you can just press these and turn them on, you know. Oh, okay. What if I turn this one off then? Or what if I just turn one of these off? Okay, so you just got to do one of them, it looks like. Alright, so I think you have to do both of them. I mean, this is the only way to learn how to do this. And then that takes care of that. Alright, now we can get started on bag 8. This is probably one of the things we're going to be needing is the train motor later on. Probably need that. And we got some chassis and stuff. Like I said, I cover everything, baby. I don't just leave you out. Everything gets covered on here. I try my best. Okay. So I'm going to keep those tracks there, just so we can set the train on there. And what I'm proposing to do is getting done with bags 8 and 9 in this installment. I don't know how long this is going to take, but well, now we know. Alright, so let's begin here. Well, let's do the minifigure first, because we got to do the boring stuff first. And then everything will be indexed for your entertainment. Okay. Let's see, I'm building right here. Let's rotate this a bit more. I've been kind of getting stuff done. I haven't parted any sets today, and today is June 24th, 2025. So that's our figure right there. Pretty cool, huh? Alright, I got him done. And now we can start at the base of the train. So the reason why I'm going to keep these as one installment, it'd probably be better than just splitting it down. So I don't want to just split videos. Like this one here would just make more sense. This might be a 30, 40, maybe an hour-long video. We don't know. I'm going to try to go through it at least in a moderate pace without getting myself lost here. We'll see what we can do, and I don't know. We'll just see how well this build goes. I'm looking for good, fun builds. This one here looks really cool now. We're getting to the fun part, and that's to build the actual engine, the locomotive, or the electric train. Now, like I said, if I had a GoPro and probably 2,500 pieces of track, we could push this baby to its limits. But I don't have all that, so I just have to deal with it there. Well, at least we got some parts to make boats. Got like a little mini yacht or a fishing boat out of it. So we got to do bags 8 and 9 in this installment. We'll see how well it goes. I just don't want to blast these out and make it an hour and a half, because that just doesn't serve any justice, just making them long and lengthy. Okay. And now we're getting to some basic stuff now, some more normal Lego stuff like bricks. I mean, I gotta have my basic bricks. Oh man, how would you get those out of there? Oh no, you just pop that out. Okay. Okay, I hadn't even made a dinner yet. I'm getting hungry. Nobody's here right now. I'm happy. I can relax. I can take my time. I can eat junk food. I can do all sorts of stuff without nobody bothering me or questioning me about it. Oh, I got to be careful there. The train's already trying to derail itself. All right. I mean, yeah, this is a nice little hobby to get into. Just pricey. But yeah, at least though we got those paired together. So everything's wireless. Back in the old days, you used to have to buy a separate sensor and stuff, but now we don't. Oh, you don't have to. And we're not really going to do a full test on the train until I get the track set up. I have everything in the kitchen right now, not set up. It's just sitting on the table and a few totes. So I'm not going to be like, okay, I got to start setting it up, because, well, you don't know. And I may get this done late tonight or maybe tomorrow morning. I don't know. My goal is to get it out of here and start doing this. And some of you have been asking, when am I going to do the friend sets? The next biggest one is a friend set, so you know what that means. But I may have to do a small set after this one here. So we'll just do that. Well, so far it looks like a train, doesn't it? Well, it doesn't look like anything, but we'll get there eventually. Yeah, we're looking for the most smallest possible pieces we can find first, huh? Usually that's how it goes. Yeah, I gotta think of a movie or something to watch tonight. You know, instead of all of us causing fights and wars and stuff, why don't we all just play with Lego stuff? Let's all build things. Fun things, not war stuff. I still get that. Jay, can you build me a tank? No tanks. If you want a tank, there's plenty of those guys on YouTube. I don't build any of that stuff. I just think wars are just so boring. I mean, who wants to do that? Alright. But anyways, though, let's build a train instead so we can go on a vacation, take a train ride. No train ride, because we have to build the train first. We got to do all the. Well, actually, this is the fun part of the build, and I can't pick these up because I have no fingernails to pick them up, and they want to fall on the floor. Now I see why some of these guys in this hobby have like a hand just full of long fingernails. Because people like me can't pick this stuff up. And the tiles are always upside down, so you can't pick them up. So you just kind of tack there with one stud. Let's see if I can go a little bit bigger here for you here. It's my small little workbench. Want to just do this in the kitchen? Yeah. I have to clean a spot up and all the equipment's back here. And yeah, so right now for processing videos, I have been processing a lot of stuff going on. What am I doing? I'm still working on, you guessed it, that tall city tower. And I'm still working on the Nike shoe. As a matter of fact, I'm just finalizing part 3. So tonight I should have that shoe done. I may not have this done, but I'll have the shoe done. Okay, we got to take a wicker door and stick this in here. Oh, wheat, a gray wheat thin. Yummy. I'm gonna probably put a couple burgers on the grill tonight for myself. Gotta treat myself. Alright, so this fits in here like that. Like I said though, I like doing this stuff for fun. This is pretty much entertaining for me. And I'm making sure that the little high spot is in the middle there. I don't think it's really critical, but well, we don't know yet. So something like this, when I review it, I think what I'm going to do before we take an exploded view of the train, I'm just going to go ahead and run through all the parts first, then we'll do a demonstration and do the review. Okay. And yeah, so far not too bad. Not too bad at all. So I have a feeling some people are going to have a hard time pairing those. Well, I did it for you. I was guessing too. Alright. And yeah. Let's see here. Alright. I tell you though, okay, we gotta make 2 of these. I am ready to get out of town already. My mom and her sister in Las Vegas, and I can pass on Vegas. I'm not much into that gambling stuff. You know how older people are; they like to gamble everything, and if I'm gonna, I'd rather just play video games at home. That's how those go in like that. We got to make 1 more. And I don't know, I just don't care much for it. I just think it's kind of boring. You know, especially at my job where I just stare at a screen all day, then I come home or go on vacation and stare at more screens. That would not be fun at all. So I don't want to do that. I'd rather do this. You know why? Because I can physically touch a product without having to look at a screen here. The only screen I'm looking at right now is the viewfinder for the video camera. And that's pretty much what I'm doing. Alright, so we got that in there. Ooh. We're going to have to stack stuff on top of that there. You're going to have to wiggle this in a bit. Well, at least we're getting somewhere, huh? Alright. Let's put this tile on here. And I will be right back. Alright, sorry about that. Okay, so we got some technique here. So I think the best thing to do is to put each one of these on a turntable so I don't have to spend so much time, because I'm not going to go hand cam the whole thing. I'm just going to hand cam probably the mountain piece. These I can just bring up to the camera like this, and as long as I move it slow, we're fine. And that's how I'm going to do it. Yeah, at least we got... Okay, I'm running into radiator grills. We don't need those right now. Let's put these in here. I need to find a regular plate here. Well, at least we're building something, huh? Alright. Skipping a page here. There we go. It's like, what? You're going to have to squeeze those arches in there, too. Yeah, even my nephew's with his buddies going camping. It still cracks me up, though. He wants to get himself a cot because he doesn't want to sleep on the ground. It's like, dude, that's the whole point about camping. You're supposed to rough it. Oh, but I can't handle that. I'm like, well, you need to handle it. You just be a man and just sleep on the ground. Just throw the sleeping bag on like a tarp or something. That's what I did. Put it on the picnic table and doze off. Oh, I mean, come on now. If you don't want bugs on you, get one of those mosquito nets and drape it over you. You know? Okay, they do line up. Okay, making sure there. Want to make sure. Don't want to mess up. Like, just rough it, you know. Guess me, he wouldn't go camping with me or anybody else, but he goes with his friends. The thing is, though, he's got to go back to work. So he's camping, but he's also going back to work, so he's driving the 2-hour trek. Not me, but hey, as long as I get the house to myself, I don't care. It's tonight. Well, got to get up in the morning and go work, so it's not like it's any difference to me. Alright. We're getting at least a train going. Look at this. So this might be an hour-long installment. And that's what I was kind of predicting with the train. Because I don't want to split this one up. Okay, so you can kind of see my point. I just don't want to split the train apart. Because that wouldn't do you, the viewer, any good. Okay, watch part 1 of the train. Oh, I gotta wait for Jay to upload part 2. And we're not going to do that here. We're going to make sure that you get the full flavor. I want you to get everything. I want you to see it all. You know, I need more of these. I don't really use these axle pieces, but they do kind of come in handy here. Yeah, you're going to have to dread it and do some technique. No way around it here. Okay, and this goes right on this red brick right here. Huh? We're getting somewhere. Looks like a little boat more than anything with some cargo on it, but doesn't look like any train I've seen before. But of course, we're not done yet. So I want to turn it on and see if it works, but well, folks, we're a long ways away from powering this booger up. At least we got the batteries in, we got the controls working. I just got parts falling off because my hands are too big. Okay, put that there. Okay, now we know the train conductor hangs out. Right there. And okay, yeah. Alright, so now like we just put some black downwards brackets in here. So yeah, I'm hoping bag 8 won't be too bad, or bag 9. Bag 8 is kind of brutal. Remember, we spent a couple of minutes doing the batteries too. Like I said, you know, the whole point about these is to cover everything, to cover everything in the build. It's a complete build. It's not a this done. You know, that doesn't do you any good. So this is, we do it all. I do it all for you, and you can just sit back and watch. Some people use these for noise fillers, room noise fillers. You know, that's cool if you do. So it should look like that. Okay. See, I keep hitting some parts here. This thing is not that sturdy yet. I'm hoping it's not one of those trains where you just look at it and it just disintegrates. Obviously, it's scaled for minifigures. This little train sure uses a lot of arches. Now, one thing I've noticed about trains, there's a lot of weight on the bottom, and boy, that is, okay, I thought it was bending there. That's the thing, though, I got to learn how to build trains myself, so this would be a good set to do it. Okay, this goes on the top here like that. But, okay, I see. It goes on both those. All right. There we go. And now we got to build two, looks like gates. I'm not sure. I've been getting requests for trains for quite some time, you know, and it'd be kind of cool to get into train building just to see if I can do it. I have a train in my mind that I want to build, but I can't because I don't have a lot of train parts. Well, with this and all the other tracks that I have, which is not a lot, I could probably get to that point where I can do it. Okay, so we can get into doing the train. So I'm going to go and do steps or sub-steps 3 and 4 at once. So it looks like these are doors. Probably to access the engine. That's the proper use, is radiator grills. Okay, now we'll do the other one. Just about done. Boy, that wind sure's been kicking up. Last couple days it's been colder. The other part of the country it's been hitting in the hundreds. Out here it's been in the 80s. Hey, you know what? That's fine by me for June. I don't care. You know, usually June out here we're already in the hundreds. We've only hit maybe a few days in the hundreds, but it's been short-lived, which that doesn't bother me one bit at all. I had one of these left here. What did I forget to put in here then? If I have one left. Probably forgot to put a piece somewhere, but I don't see it. I bet I know where. Let me take a look, because we got this guy left. Let's make sure here. And yeah, let's take a look before I get too involved here. I think I may have known where it went. Looking for anything with the 1x2 here. Sometimes Lego does make mistakes. They put parts in and sometimes they don't. Well, I put that in there with that. Yeah, so I don't know where that piece went. Where did that come from, huh? I'll have to take a look at it here. It needs to go right here. Well, you got to put it all the way in. So, not too bad. Same on this side here. Make sure they're snapped in all the way. Oh, that one closes pretty good. Well, no wonder why. It's coming apart. It looks like in just a little storage area. And let's see here real quick before we really get into it. You know what? Did I forget to put a plate in there? I forgot to put that white plate in there. Well, you've already know how I do things, so I'm just going to wiggle that apart and stick it in there. See, I make mistakes, and I'm not going to filter that out. I'm not going to tell you I don't make boo-boos. I do. I make plenty of them in these videos. I just want to show you that it's okay to make mistakes. You know why? Because we didn't glue this together, so that's even better. And that concludes bag 8 with only a handful of pieces remaining. Alright, and now we need all this stuff here. So we got the motor, and we got the power box, the controller. We're missing the thing. We just need one of these. I actually bought a few of these a while ago, so now I got another one. Yeah, let's get going here. Let's build it. So it looks like we just did the base of the train. We haven't done any electrical yet, but it's coming. My favorite thing. Except, yikes, look at all those little parts in there. Uh-oh. What are we going to do here, huh? Look how bad these are all scratched up. Well, that one there is in good shape, so that's good news. So far I think we spent about 30 minutes doing this so far. This is going to be a long one here because, like I said, I don't want to do the train in several parts. Like the other two cars, I'm going to combine those two together, or I may just do them in separate builds. I don't know yet. We'll see how long those take. I doubt those are going to take 20 minutes apiece. Or they might. We don't know. Okay, so I have a feeling that these are mirrors. Let me slide that out of the way here. Okay. Oh, we get one of the... Okay, I thought that was one of those things for the roller coaster. So what I'm going to do here is that I have a feeling this is mirrored for the other side. And I think we might end up using these stickers. Here we go. Let's go. Let's do this. Yeah, we're doing the fun part now. I bet everybody's just chomping to bits to get the... Ooh, these are printed. Look how nice those look right there. Let's get that up close so you can see that. Yeah. I like seeing printed stuff. I get all excited because how often do we see printed in here? Not a whole lot. I just heard a hard drive rev down. But yeah, I mean, at least we're doing something other than, well, sitting around and watching TV. Because I'll tell you right now, the TV has been off now for probably about a whole 14 hours. And you know how much my electric bill is being saved for that. It's thanking me. Now you don't have to do this, you could do one at a time. Okay, but you don't have to do what I'm doing if you don't feel comfortable doing that. But if you want, knock yourself out. Alrighty. Can you still see what I'm doing? Yeah, my hands are going to have to cover part of it up. I'm sorry, but I do have to put it together. Some are probably used to seeing this. One piece, they put one piece in a time. I do that in my tutorials, but you know. So this part goes down, so I bet there's another one in here. And this one is probably facing the other way. Okay. I like those tiles. Those are real nice. Yeah. I wish they weren't printed on there because I could use those parts, but hey, you know, at least it's printed. At least I don't have to apply big stickers to that. So thank you, Lego, for not torturing us with that sticker stuff. Oh, I meant this, yeah, this goes there. And now we need more of these. So I think I'm going to index this as probably side panels. Or am I putting that? Okay, it's next to the tile. Okay, I thought, whoops, am I boo-booing again? Yeah, I got some stuff for burgers. I just got to get this train done, and I'm going to do that because I got to proof some videos before I could film any more stuff. So I'm hoping to do just that. And I have 29 minutes left on this memory card, it looks like. So 28 now. So I got a long ways to go. I hope I don't run out, please. I don't want to run out. I want to get the train filmed. I'd like to get the whole thing done because I'm out of memory cards. Like literally just little to no space. Maybe some stuff for poly bags, but that's it. Alright. So this is rounded here. Tells me I got to face it the other way. I got to find it first. I got so many round plates. But this is a good idea if we want to build our own train. We can copy this idea. Oh, wait a minute. I made a mistake here. That's supposed to go at the top. Okay, so don't do what I did. Okay. All right. I like the design on this, because back in the old days you used to have to put stickers on this stuff where you'd had to plate it to get it to look like that. Now with these new type of tiles and snot methods, this is not Lego I grew up with, so things are a little more elaborate now than they were when I was a kid. That one's in good shape. Is that the same one we looked at? You know, I still got this long hair. Let me put my building cap on, my filming cap, so I don't get the hair in my eyes, which was kind of getting annoying. Okay. Mind you, we're still working on the sides. We haven't done anything fun yet. We're still doing this. Because I know I'm kind of anxious too, guys and gals. I want to fire this thing up and see it work. Right now it's not doing anything. And we put everything in. I'm going to fire up the motors and stuff, make sure everything's working. In case the battery's bad or something. And like I said, when I'm done doing the whole filming on it, I will pull those batteries out. Or just put it on display and everybody play with it until the batteries die, and then just yank them. But if I ever did decide to do a custom train tutorial, that will be a membership exclusive. I probably will not do a full-fledged tutorial on it, unless it's like I have 1 million subs or something. Alright, now mind you, we're almost about 7 minutes into this, 7 or 8 minutes, and we're still working on the sides of the train. Some people say make this easy. I've just been doing this for so long. Okay, now we can finally install this. We're going to put it right here. It looks like it just sits right in there. Let's get that in there. May have to split that loose there. And yeah, let's push that down in there very carefully without crunching things. If it's binding up, don't force it down. Some have told me they've done that and it splits apart. Don't force it down. That's bad, you know. And then we can take the other side, because this is the next one we're building. So now we can put this here. And I have a feeling the battery compartment's going to be going in next. How would you put the battery in this in there? Alright, we know it's going to have an engine of some sorts, but oh, let's pinch these blue things in there too. There we go. Now it's not bowing out. Alright. Okay, got that in there. Step 70. Got to put the windscreen in here now. Yeah, everybody's out of town but me. And here I was mentioning vacations and stuff, and they would get mad, but it's okay if they do it. So I just figured, yeah, you know, not like any train I've seen before. But I do like that two-tone effect right there. That's kind of cool, where it shows the black through it. All right, and now we got to do some candlestick stuff. Got to make 2 of these. And this looks like it holds onto the axle right here. Okay, you see what I'm doing. It snaps right there and you swing it, so I guess that's what it is. Like that, and swing it back in there. Okay, got that in there. I gotta take a break. I'll be right back. Okay, now we're ready to put the engine in this bad boy. Okay, I know some of the other train motors this was separate. I'm not sure if this will work with anything modern, but it just tells you step 1, there's the motor. And now we got to prepare it. I think this snaps on the bottom. I think the battery box goes in here. Alright, so Try not to flex your wires too much because they will fatigue out. Hope it wasn't nothing I dropped. Okay, so the wheels with the little rubber band on there, that's for grip for the, I was going to say tires. I don't know what these are called, but they're meant to grip the track. And then we got to do the other one. But I'm assuming that these go on the other side, so we're just going to do one at a time. As my luck, that'll just fall apart. Now, here's the deal. It even shows you right here. Just have it stick out a little bit. But one of the things that I don't want to do is push these right up, but it looks like they kind of dead stop there. So I was worried about that because I didn't want them rubbing against the sides. Well, we don't have to worry about that now. See, this is a different one, so I'm going to set that off to the side. I'm looking for these. Now, mind you, we're just preparing the motor right now. We're just going to call it engine preparation. I just got to find another Technic piece first. I could literally walk across the room, grab a whole drawer of them, but no, I want to use what's in the set first. Okay, right about there. Stick that in. And then now we can find the other wheel here. Not that one. It's the one with the little rubber band on it. Of course, it won't fit on there anyways. I found those, but I can't find the one I need, you know. There we are. Alright. There we go. Okay, that's prepared. It's not going to work yet. And we got to put the decoration stuff on there. Oh, it's a little minifigure head right there. That's kind of cool. I'm not sure how that goes on. Okay, the plate's on the top here. Okay, so these tiles press into that and they lock around the wheels. Just don't pinch your wire. Okay, so that's how they go on. Okay, so do that again for you in case you're new to this. I'm still new too. I'm still green behind the ears when it comes to trains. So there we go. And then now we got to put this thing here in the back to attach other cars. That's what these are for, is just to attach other cars to this. You can set that on your track right there, put your motor or thing on top, and use your engine for the train. Alright, and then now you have to feed this wire in here. This is the back, so you just have to feed that in, where it comes in like that. And it looks like it might go in this hole right there, right above my thumb. Shove it in there. And yeah, it shows you in the book. That's what I'm saying. I'm walking through this very slow. And then it just shows the wire coiled in there. Does it need to be coiled in the back? I mean, why would you have it go through here? It doesn't tell you to pull it through, so I'm not sure if I need to pull the wire through or not. I'm not going to mess with that just yet. If I'm not sure, I won't mess with it. Alright, now it looks like we're doing some random thing. I don't know what it is until we're done. I could cheat, but that wouldn't be fun here. So yeah, the train I think is going to take a while, but this is the part I really need to focus on because I want to build my own custom trains, and I kind of want to see how they put this one together. So when I do mine, I know how to do it. And for those who don't know, yes, this is how I learn. I learn from other people, and I just apply my methods to it. And just cross my fingers and pray that it works. Okay. And then we take some telephone receivers. I'm running across that part a lot. I see another phone receiver here. There's just so many little parts, and these are parts that I commonly don't use. These are parts that I would just toss in my parts bin and just say, no, I don't use these a lot. So you got your telephone bases, that's what we're working on there. And then now we stick, well, first we got to build this Technic thing here. Now, mind you, we haven't even put the motor in, or the power box in. We can't even power it up yet, so I think that's going to be at the very end. And then now we got to install it on the bottom here. So this looks pretty good. And it looks like it goes, yeah, these two holes right here. So let's see if we can get that in there. Well, it wants to be stubborn. Okay, it still turns, that's all that matters. Alright, so we got that in there. Now we're going to turn our attention to the front of the train, which is this right here. Looks like this is rear-wheel drive, huh? Is that how we're doing it? And some of the older trains actually use these. Back in my day, I didn't have any trains when I was a kid. I wasn't really into trains. The only reason why I see a lot of people like building trains, it's the only thing in Lego that you can fully motorize, and it has a planned route. It stays on a track. It's really eye-appealing. Trains you can build around. You can have them stop. Have them stop at certain points. You can have them go through mountains and up hills and all that stuff. You could do so much with a train versus like cars or campers. You really can't. Although I could just put one of my fifth wheels on top of this and say, now we got a sleeper car. Can do all sorts of stuff here. Okay. But yeah, it's trains are different for me. I don't. This set here is out of my comfort zone. Not just due to its size, but just due to what it is. And this is a good base to start on a train here, or a method. How do they do this? How do they put this together? Is it something I can do on my own? Am I going to be able to screw this up in any way? We don't know. And then you can come in here and tweak your own ideas. So that's what I would do. Just, okay, can I do this? Can I make it work for my needs? So I'm just giving you some advice on how I learn things. Whenever I get to building trains or something like that, it's not too bad. Well, we're still learning. I'm still learning, so that's a thing. I know some of you are probably like, Jay, please build a train. Well, I will eventually. If I do a custom train, I think if I do a tutorial series, it'll just be an exclusive. I don't know yet. If I get 1 million subs, I probably won't. It'll probably be for everybody to consume and enjoy. I am starting to get a little hungry, so I want to get the train done. At least have it go choo-choo real quick and be done. Mind you, we still haven't put any stickers on anything yet, but I do see them coming. They're coming right up now. And now they're coming onto these. So it looks like sticker number 4 goes on one of these. 4 goes here. They're facing different directions, so obviously we're going to have to be very careful in putting these in here. Like that. I survived one. That means I'm gonna put the other sticker on now. Sticker 3 goes on this. Okay, that one didn't go on too straight. So that'd be 3. This is 4. So I'm gonna mirror this guy now, real quick. Okay, right there. Okay, swing them that way. That means this one, I'm going to swing them this way, because this one takes the other sticker. Okay. And this one here goes right in here like this. Goes right on these two shafts. Let's see if I can get you where you can see both of them. It'll go right there. I'm just going to push those down in there and make sure they're both in all the way. There we go. That means I could do this one here too. Same thing, just in reverse. Okay. It's kind of clever. That's a really cool idea, huh? Push the snow out of the way. Take that, put that on the front of a pickup truck, you got a snow plow. Okay, we're done with that. And then now we got to put the... too many gray pieces up here now. This part here looks like it fits in there. Okay, maybe it doesn't fit in there. What am I doing wrong? Let's start right here first. That's where I'm going to start at. I'm going to put this one in there. That's how it's supposed to look. Yeah, the book doesn't quite show it, so... And then now we got to flip it over and stick the wheels in here. Like that. I do have some of these in my collection, so that I've been parting off from other trains. I had a Christmas train, I had the Monster Fighter train, so there's enough stuff to make at least one good decent train out of all these. And that's it. And now we're going to put this on the bottom here. These two, get these two acquainted here, and obviously it only goes in that one hole there. But no, it goes in that hole there. If I can get it in there. Okay. And I don't know if it's supposed to stick out that far or not. Let's take a look here at the front, because it doesn't show you. Yeah, it does stick out that far. Alright. Okay, now it's time to do this. And it tells you 6 triplets, but it make it seem like they come included. I don't even have that in my building guide. So what kind of brand of batteries are those? I've never seen yellow batteries before. Alright, so we got the batteries installed. And then now we got to build on this. I'm getting ready to finish up the train. There's not a whole lot left up here too. Don't worry, we'll take a tour of it. If I had a GoPro, we'd take a tour of the train track, but it wouldn't be nothing to see really. Yeah, hold on, let's put this together real quick here. Alright. I'm kind of anxious. I want to get the train going, but right now I'm... Oh, it's a green one. Okay. I don't think I really have any of those in green. I don't think I do. Okay. And then this goes on the top. So they use this here as a push button. Okay. That's kind of a clever way to hide that, huh? Yeah, so see, they tell you right there. Except there's a clip that I'm missing. Oh, I forgot to put the clips, but it tells you how to operate that. Okay, those are facing the other way. Alright, so... I mean, how often in a Lego guide do you see a power button in there? I don't. I'll have to include that in mine if I ever do. Tells you to plug it in channel A. That's the back of the train. So we'll plug it in A right there on the left. Okay. Make sure you can see what I'm doing here. And after that, I bet that just rests right inside the top here if I can even get to the page. And yes, it does. What I'm gathering is you just have to coil your wire in here. And I'm just trying to think of a way to coil this. I'm just going to try to coil it down in there because I don't want to see my wires. I really don't. There we go. Well, that's not pretty there, huh? We got to fix that right up. Alright, so now put some ingots up here. We're still not quite done yet, huh? We still got a bunch of parts here. Alright. Too bad it doesn't come with a light kit for the lights. Would be kind of cool. Put a light in there, and if Lego would put like an electronic sound for like the horn or a chime or something, would be really cool. Okay. Okay, and then now we're going to use these to cover up the holes. But I've noticed something. Mine is not lined up. Look at that. You think they would have put jumper plates or something in there, and I'm trying not to pinch my wire. You know what? I bet you it's supposed to fit inside that hole back here. I'm going to take this cover off. Let's see here. I think this is supposed to fit up in there. I mean, I'm just guessing. Yeah, it won't even fit in there. Well, it fits. I just don't want to have to mess with it bouncing around like that, because that's just asking for trouble there. See, it's just wanting to go this way. Yeah, it's the wire. It's just so stiff. Unless that's what this is for, is to pull the wire through. That's how it's supposed to look, but wouldn't this thing lock down in there? There we go. Now I got it to stay in there. There we go. Alright. I got to put all that back together now, but now it's right where it needs to be. I mean, they made it easy so you can change the batteries out of that, because you don't want to have to tear your builds all the way apart to get to one thing. And then now we got to come in here and finish this up. So at least the lines transfer from the sides to the top. That's kind of cool. Are we ready to try it out yet? No, we got to wait. We got a few more minutes, and then we'll be able to turn it on and watch it go choo-choo. I don't have I don't have the track set up for it yet, but I just want to get to that point. And then now it's the top of the cab. That's a windscreen, believe it or not, but you can also use it for this too. And then I don't know what these are for. Oh, well, that's silly. Now I know where these go. They go on the top there like that. Okay, that's what those are for right there. I was like, what do those do? Okay, and this goes here. Alright, and I forgot to put the ingot in here. Okay. And that's what we have remaining for the engine. Now, it tells us to turn this thing on, put the batteries in and turn it on. And you can put your minifigure inside. We'll say that for the tour there when I do the initial thing, and that's it. Well, we're not ready for that yet, but I know some of you are just dying to see it turn on. So we're going to call this Power Up. And I still have 2 stickers left, so I don't know where those go. Probably in the laboratory. So let's see here. See if they'll pair up. I'll turn green, and let's see here. Now it's not going to run on here. I got this track here. I just wanted to put this on here to show you. Get that lined up for you. Well, I'm not good with putting trains on tracks, huh? There we go. Well, let's see here. Okay, we know that works. Okay, well now we know. Let me pull this camera out so you can see more of it here. I got to be careful with this because there's no track controlling this. So this is what I'm pressing here. Put my hand there. Got to hit the stop quick. Yeah, it's pretty cool though, but it's working nonetheless. And if I push this button, let's see if this thing all turns off here. Yep, it does. Okay. So yeah, that concludes it. The train, and we got the conductor there. Like I said, I'm going to go through the minifigures in a separate clip. And when I do the tour of the train, that's what it's going to be sitting on. So I can, you know, show it what it looks like and stuff on a sample of track. I'll probably get another piece. And yeah, summation of thoughts. And honestly though, this I probably think was probably the fun part of the build is the train, because it's something that functions and it's a vehicle, so this is self-contained in itself. Now we haven't built anything else with it yet, but now the set has really got my attention just because of this. It's scaled obviously for figures. This easily comes out. This was the only problem I had with it, but I'm not sure what this piece in the back here is for to open up. I think you put some stuff in. I think that's for the power cord. But for me personally, it's not a bad one here nonetheless. And yeah, this is pretty interesting. And I'm so far pleased with this set. It's pretty good. But I want to know what you guys and gals think so far.